The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now, your hosts, Barry Church, Danny McCray, Heckma Harrison, and Newy Scruggs.
Well, it's Friday. It is Friday, 48 hours before it's game day. And as promised, we're going to show love. We're going to send our boys off the right way today. Trust and believe. I am going to pick the brain of one Barry Church sitting across from me. But you are now rocking with the best. This is the Players Lounge, sponsored by Tostitos, the official chip and dip of the Dallas Cowboys. And, man, this is so good. I got him all to myself.
Oh, man.
I got him cornered because I know what he going to do. But my man at the desk today, per normal, as always, my man Barry Church, former safety for the Dallas Cowboys and Jacksonville Jaguars, is in the building. Newy has school today. Well, Newy has school today, and Danny McCray is helping somebody get hitched. So he has he got his own work cut out. He got his own work cut out for him today. But, Barry, as we always start our show, man, we check in with each other as brothers, as men, just to see, hey, man, what's going on with us? So, Barry, I'm starting with you. You're the only one here. So, how are you, man?
Man, as always, man, smile on my face. Extremely blessed right now. Life is good. Life is good. I get to come in with my boys, talk Cowboys all day.
Yes,
Family
sir.
doing good. Family's healthy. So, the mentals are in a strong spot right now.
Good,
the mentals are really good right now. So, no complaining from me, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm the same thing. I'm same thing, man. Just abundantly blessed. I got a lot of good things going on in my life. You know, obviously, if I can get these kids to act right all together at one time, I would be doing even better. But I always seem to have one that goes astray. You know, that falls asleep in class. Oh, no. That's not turning in assignments. Oh. You know, and think he's a superstar and all that, you know. And then the reality have to set in, and then I have to be the bad guy. But anyway, hey. Enough about me. Let's talk about where we're here.
Where we here?
That's why we're here. That is why we're here. But other than that, man, life is fantastic. I tell you what, I've been thinking all day. I was telling myself, man, on my walk, I said, you know, I've been trying all week to turn Barry. And, you know, he went and played golf on me one day.
I had to get my mental out of that.
That boy had to take his mental break.
Yes.
You know, and go play. I said, maybe that was the day that I could have swayed him over. To make his decision. Let me say this to you, Barry.
Okay, go ahead.
I recognize, dog, that you have forgotten more football than the average fan knows because of you having to study. Playing the game is long. You don't go from an undrafted guy to a long NFL career without studying football. So obviously, you have been watching the film on the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. And we don't know your pick. We don't know where we're going. We're just guessing right now.
Okay.
But there's something that you have seen in your preparation that gives a leg up to the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
What has that been?
To me, what's given them the ability, in my opinion, just to have a slight leg up. I'm not saying they, leaps and bounds better than the Cowboys, but to have a slight leg up is the consistency.
Right.
And that's just basically it. Because if you look at it, talent for talent, I feel like the Cowboys are right there with the 49ers. Right. I mean, they got as much talent defensively as the 49ers have. And offensively, we all know, they're loaded with Debo and Mack and all that good stuff. But we got the same thing over here. You got CeeDee Lamb. You got Tony Pollard. You got guys that are explosive in their own right. So it's not a talent thing to me. It's the consistency in having an identity. When you look at the 49ers, these guys have been consistent on what they want to do for the past, what are they, about 11-0? Since, or not 11, 6-0 since Purdy took over. But they've won 11 straight. They've won 11 straight. Yeah. And that's because they stick to their identity. They know what they are. They are a physical, downhill running football team that doesn't ask the quarterback to do much. Now, Purdy, he's come along great. Don't get me wrong. He's played great. He's put the ball in the playmakers' hands, and they've been able to do what they got to do. He's making great decisions with the rock. He's only had, I think, 4 interceptions interceptions in his 6 games, but he has 13 touchdowns. So the guy is doing great as far as decision-making is concerned. But when you talk about the 49ers, they know who they are. They live and die by that formula, and they're consistent with it. When we look at the Dallas Cowboys, we had a great formula going early on. Lean on the ground game. Lean on that solid defense. Then somewhere along the way, we kind of deviated from that track. We went to, throwing the ball 40 sometimes a game out there, relying solely on Dak's arm. And he hasn't been the most consistent quarterback this season. Now, this past game, he was unbelievable, remarkable against Tampa Bay. The guy had put the ball anywhere he wanted to. He wasn't fazed at all by Todd Bowles. But when you talk about consistency over time, this Cowboys team this season, it's been an up and down roller coaster. Maybe not as far as wins or losses are concerned, but as far as identity, and 1 week the offense plays great, the next week they struggle. Defensively, same thing. I just love the consistency that the 49ers have had. Cowboys, up and down roller coaster. It's hard for me to give them the leg up with that thing going on there.
Absolutely. And I think that's the way that you put that. I think that because of Kyle Shanahan as their head coach, that gives them that identity.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't change his stripes. He's going to run that stretch run play. That's his play no matter what. I think his defensive consistency, they're going to play a prototypical style of defense. Doesn't matter who they have, Salah. It doesn't matter who it is. They're going to play a certain brand of football. They haven't deviated from that. The one thing that has been really shocking to me in watching the San Francisco 49ers are gearing up for this matchup is the people that give – you said, look, I don't give them that much of a leg up. It's by a titch, not very much. But then when you listen around and you listen to other people that have obviously the same experience as you, the former NFL players, GMs, everybody else that talks about this matchup, they talk about the 49ers roster as though it is leaps and bounds better than the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I will tell you this. When I look at the playmakers on both sides, I can't lie to you.
Okay.
I have to give – I look on the other side and I say, if I go playmaker for playmaker, and I started Bosa Micah, I go CD Debo, McCaffrey, Zeke, and Pollard, and I go through that. I side with San Francisco on half of those just by the play style of those guys. The numbers don't sway me because the numbers are way too close in some instances. But when I get away from that and I start saying, okay, Trayvon Diggs, Curse, Wilson, Tank Lawrence, when I look at our offensive line and I say Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, and I mean even Dak, Josh Purdy, I'm like, wait a minute. Now, either you're not giving us credit for these other guys, you're not giving us credit for the team that we have, or you're being willingly being blind about the talent that's on the Dallas Cowboys versus what's on the San Francisco 49ers.
It's right there.
It's right there. It's right there. When you say that they've been consistent, I agree with you. When you win 11 straight, it don't get no more consistent than that.
Nah, that's it.
But that's 11 straight versus teams that haven't had a 500 record.
This is true as well.
This is the criticism that the Cowboys get all the time when we go through, you shouldn't have lost to that team. Yeah. You should have beat that team. Yep. You should have beat them by 100. The San Francisco 49ers have done that, and I think D-Mac will argue, you beat the teams you're supposed to beat. But do you play down or do you play up to guys that you go up against? That's the biggest thing for me when I look at that. But also, when I compare the playmakers, then I start going to the keys to victory and the matchups that I'm looking for.
That's what it comes down to, the matchups. You know that.
That's where I'm going.
Down to these matchups.
That's where I'm going. And for you, when you look at this on film and you look at everything that we just summarized about both of these teams, what do you say the biggest matchups are going to be? Obviously, we know the big names, but what are you seeing on tape that you're saying, okay, I'm looking for this on Sunday?
To me, 49ers-wise, offensively, I want to see how this defense, run by Dan Quinn, can handle 21 personnel. And we talked about it, I believe, yesterday.
We did.
But that's what they major in. They don't really major in 11 personnel. Now, they got the ability to. With Jennings, they can bring him in there as well and get that 11 personnel going, but they major in that 21. One of the only teams in the league that has that fullback in Kyle Juszczyk, that uses their tight end, splits them out, splits the fullback out, splits McCaffrey out, so they end up with 5 wide receiver options out there going against a Dallas Cowboys defense that doesn't major in base. You know, their base coverage, their mainstay is either a nickel or a big nickel. Big nickel, they have Akwamu at the nickel spot. Regular nickel, they're going to have Bland at the nickel, and they're going to have another corner, maybe Xavier Rhodes out there to go along with Trayvon Diggs. So, to me, it's going to be real interesting.
How are they compromised?
Because when you look at it, you have basically a 3-safety situation right there in that. With that 21 personnel, all those offensive linemen, tight end, fullback, can that big nickel or nickel personnel handle that run? Because that's what's going to happen. They're going to come out there and they're going to be like, all right, y'all can stay in that big nickel if you want to. You might be able to cover us when it comes to 5 wide options or if we decide to pass it. But can Israel Mukuamu, can that third or that next safety coming down, can they live in the run game situation the entire game? Because that's the thing that's going to – because when you talk about, you know, Mukuamu and these other safeties coming down in the box, that's one thing if you do it once every, you know, couple plays here and there. But if you got to live in that series after series and going against those big offensive linemen, Trent Williams getting to the second level, having to fight him off, can you do that for 4 quarters?
Right.
Because if you look at it, Tampa Bay, they weren't really interested in running the football. They tried to. Dallas shut them out because they were 11 personnel, so it was wide receivers on DBs. Here you're getting tight ends and fullbacks against DBs out there. Now you got Van Der Esch. You might have, you'll have Van Der Esch. You'll have Ball or Damone Clark in there as well. But when it comes down to it, you know Kyle Shanahan. He's going to look, all right, where's that walk down safety at? Oh, he's on this left side? Hey, all right, check. Hey, we're going over here to him to see if he can handle that consistently. That's the only thing that really has me nervous. Because if it gets into a passing game where the 49ers had got to drop back multiple times with that young quarterback Purdy, then I believe that falls into Dan Quinn's hands because he can unleash that pass rush on you. But if they're not able to get it into a passing game and it's just 49ers downhill punching us in the throat like they did last year, then that concerns me slightly because we know when's the last time Dan Quinn has put out there a 3 linebacker, a 4-3 or a 3 linebacker, something out. He has his safeties and he has a lot of respect for his safeties, and rightly so because those guys have been balling out this year. But can they handle that physical torture, that physical punishment that's going to come to them each and every down? Not only with McCaffrey, but Elijah Mitchell back there as well, Deebo Samuel. They got a lot of playmakers that can run the rock. That kind of concerns me a little bit, and that's another reason why I slightly give the advantage to the 49ers.
And you know what? I love that. I think that is the one thing that's their identity, the physicality of their offensive line and the way that they run. My answer to that is Curse has shown you all year that he plays with a physical play style.
Is he healthy?
No, absolutely. That's the. Everybody at this point, I believe, Barry, you would agree, it's slightly banged up. And if he could go, you'd almost have to cut his head off to not have him go. He's going to go. And he understands the physicality of this game and him being the heartbeat of this defense. Having him out there, I think, is another thing. Tank Lawrence is, of our defensive linemen, the guy that sets the tone against the running game.
I would agree.
I believe that having Leighton Van Der Esch back,
that was huge.
That's another thing. His ability to scrape and get to the runner, I think that also sets us up against that power game. They do a lot of counters. They do a lot of stretch plays, all of those things. You're going to need guys like Donovan Wilson to be exactly who they are, downhill thumpers.
So they got to have him in there. That's the guy.
That's the guy that I think it can also make the difference. The other difference, I think, is what we're talking about at the line of scrimmage is the changes that they've made going. And I don't know what the 48's going to be, but I know that they left some guys off, and they're coming with a bigger brand that they're – Chauncey Golston really made a difference. He's bigger. He can play that 4-eye technique. He can move out to the 5. There's a lot of different things that you could do with a guy like that basically you're going to have to test them at the line of scrimmage if you're Dan Quinn. If you can't get that part of it done, I think they eat off of everything else if they recognize that you can't do that. Deebo Samuels, and it's so hard to take away all of the things that they have because, dog, they got
an abundance, man.
They got so many weapons. So for Dan Quinn, it's just like You know this, man. We want to make you one-dimensional. How in the hell do you make the 49ers one-dimensional when every one of their players can do multiple things? Chris McCaffrey can run the ball, but he also can catch. Debo can run the ball, but he also is a receiver. Mm-hmm. He's better at being a receiver than actually running the ball, but he does both of them well the same.
This is true.
You know, Brandon Ayuk wants to catch those short passes, and he wants to take a 5-yard pass to the house.
To the house.
All right?
And
so, for me, the Dallas Cowboys defense has to specialize in you're down where you catch the ball.
That's it. No yak.
No yak. If you catch the 5-yard out, you sit right there.
That's it.
It can't, because if you see, like when I look at Debo, when I seen him up against Seattle, that's exactly what he did. Mm-hmm. Like, he'd catch a 5-yard pass, a 10-yard pass, he'd take it 30 more yards. And that's what's backbreaking about San Francisco. When you don't tackle well, they take advantage of you, and then it just looks like their physical brand of football just takes over. And that's the part to me about the Cowboys that in this matchup, Dan Quinn has to be tuned into that.
Yeah.
On the other side, for me, my key, what I'm looking at, is on the offensive side.
Okay.
For the Cowboys. And look, I kind of half jokingly, half serious yesterday was talking about DeMeco Ryans and his defense and what Ty Bowles tried to do with us last week. Mm-hmm. And honestly, DeMeco's not going to go with a 7-man front. He's not going to do any of that because he believes supremely in his front seven.
Which he should.
He has every reason to believe in his front seven. And I've always thought, as evaluating football, that when you play zone on the back end majority of the game, it's because you believe that your front seven can maintain the line of scrimmage. That's the only reason why you can get home with 4 people. That's always been my thought, right? Mm-hmm. And so when I look at San Francisco, they believe that they can get home with Bosa, Armstead, and company. But to me, on the flip side of this, I'm saying from 73 to 77, dog, you got to be ironclad.
You got to be. Look what happened when they were. You go back 2 weeks to Washington, and they went against a vaunted front seven. That defensive line, Payne, Chase, Allen, them boys, they struggled immensely. Now, I'm going to, Tampa Bay, they didn't have that front seven that maybe Washington and the 49ers had. So the Cowboys were able to dominate them. Once they got going in them trenches, it was over with. It was a done deal. Dak was not touched the entire game, cool, calm, and collected, and that's the one you want to see. 49ers is going to be another test because they got a similar, as far as talent-wise, along that front seven like Washington had. And Washington always gives the Cowboys fits as far as the running game and all that stuff. And we understand, in my opinion at least, Dak does his best work when he has play action available. Right. And, we saw it last week when Zeke and Pollard were able to get it going, he was able to use that play action to a key, hitting Schultz up the seams, hitting, Pollard in the flat. All these things were happening for this team. If they can't control the trenches, because that's what it's going to come down to. If they can't control the trenches, this game, it could get out of hand. Right. But we've seen it last week. This offense, Dak, when they play mistake-free football, they're extremely tough to beat. So we'll see what happens this week.
And this is, and my point about from 73 to 77 being ironclad, and this is something that I know even before it comes out of my mouth, Cowboy Nation is going to say, hell no, I'm cussing when I say this. You're going to have to run the ball. You're going to have to run the ball. How do you run the ball versus a team that hasn't given up more than averaging 75 yards a game?
You're going to have to find a way.
You got to find a way.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they beat you into submission because they make you one-dimensional and you give up on the run. The Cowboys cannot give up on the run. If it's 65 plays in this game, Cowboy Nation, we got to run 30 of them.
You got to, because you got to keep the 49ers off balance.
That's one.
If they understand, all right, all he's doing a job, them boys going to pin their ears back, Armstead, Bosa, them. I mean, it's going to get ugly.
But people don't want to hear that, right? Yeah. People don't want to hear that. People don't want to hear, Kellen Moore, you're running on first down. You better not run on first down no more. You have to stay balanced in this game because, like you said, if you become one-dimensional, they come after you. But the second thing is, and this is probably the most important, time of possession in this game is going to be important. Not just having the ball, but scoring when you have the ball. But time of possession is going to be important because time of possession, what it does is it it keeps 85, 19, 23, and 11 on the sideline for San Francisco drinking Kool-Aid.
That's a good thing, yeah.
And that's healthy.
Yes.
That's healthy. Yes. When they're sitting down and you don't have to worry about them and your offense is out there in command, that gives you the greatest opportunity to win. And that's the balance that I'm looking for. And that's the key matchup. But, hey, we have talked our heads off for the first 20 minutes. As promised, we're going to take some phone calls in the second segment and third segment just to hear Cowboy Nation, where y'all coming from, how y'all feeling. We already letting you know how we feel, so we want to hear from you. So stay with us here on the Players Lounge. We'll be right back.
With Smoothie King's original Angel Food and new Angel Food Slim without added sugar, you no longer have to choose between treating yourself and hitting your goals this summer. You don't have to choose between great taste and feeling great. Because at Smoothie King, every blend is made with whole fruits and no syrups, so you can satisfy your cravings without compromise. The only choice you will need to make is which one is best for you. Try our classic Angel Food or the new Angel Food Slim, blended without added sugar. Smoothie King. Rule the day.
Attention Cowboys fans looking for the best shave of your life. There's a new official razor of the Dallas Cowboys, Shave Logic. Imagine not having to buy blades as often and getting more smooth shaves than your old razor, guaranteed or your money back. After more than 10 years of research and over 150 company patents, Shave Logic is proud to offer Cowboys fans a special offer. For a limited time, visit shavelogic.com and get a free $10 gift card with your purchase. Go to shavelogic.com now for more smooth shaves guaranteed.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. You hear that? I'm a torrential downpour. Torrential? What's that even mean? It means you can't see out of your windshield. And if you have the wrong car insurance, you might have to make it rain to fix your bumper. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
Back to the Players Lounge.
The Dallas Cowboys are headed to Santa Clara to take on the San Francisco 49ers in a divisional round of the 2022 NFL playoffs. Come out to Miller Lite House at AT&T Stadium for a free divisional watch party on Sunday, January 22nd. Cheer on the boys alongside the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders and rowdy while enjoying a $5 Miller Lite. Lawn games, food trucks, and more. Gates open at 4 p.m. and kickoff is at 5:30. For more information, visit DallasCowboys.com/playoffs. Go Cowboys.
There it is.
Back in action here on the Players Lounge, doing what we do because we love what we do, baby.
Yes, sir.
My man Barry Church is in the building while everybody else has school and helping people get married. We holding it down.
Yeah, that's what we do.
That's what we do. It's Friday,
down, man.
48 hours before game day. And as promised, man, like I said, we're going to spend some time talking to Cowboy Nation, just finding out how you're doing, where you are. What is your mind state today? And on the line is Brother Marquise from the DMV.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Man, we doing good, brother. How are you?
I'm good, man. Hey, I love the show. Y'all have surpassed Hanging for me as the number one show since y'all added Heck. So that was a great addition, man.
Appreciate that, dog. How you feeling today, Marquise? Tell me, come on, give me the real. Give me the real, man.
Listen. I feel good, and I think I'm with you, Heck. I guess I'm on that hopium too, because I think we should come out this tunnel. We should come out the tunnel playing James Brown, the big payback.
You know,
because it's time. It's time to go up there and get everything that they owe us.
Hey, Marquise.
You understand what I'm saying?
Marquise.
Yeah.
How does the big payback start off? What's the first words James Brown say?
Hold on.
He say revenge.
Revenge.
He say revenge.
Oh yeah, revenge. I'm talking about the lyrics.
Revenge.
Hey, fellas, it's time to go up there and handle our business. We played Tom Brady, although the team wasn't that good. We got up for Tom, and we're going to get up for the 49ers, and we're going to go up there. And Barry, I still love you, man. You picking with your head. I'm picking with my head and my heart. We're going to go up there. We're going to snatch their hearts out their chest.
I love it.
Back with that dub.
Go ahead on.
I love it, man.
Go ahead on, Marquise. What's good, man? I appreciate you, man. Stay rocking with
man. Love y'all show, man.
Right on, man.
Appreciate
100.
you,
Thank you.
Appreciate that, man.
Boy, look. Oh, man. See what I'm saying?
See, they done got your hype now.
You
They
know
done got your hype now, man.
Boy, see, I wasn't even sweating. I got a little sweat on the boy, bro.
Don't say nothing. Don't, you hype right now. Don't you?
All right. Woosah. Let me give him. You know, I love it, man. You know, the thing about the Cowboy Nation and this whole acceptance, man, is, you know, these guys, man, we got so much riding on this playoffs.
It's a lot, man.
Every time the Cowboys play, you hear about 27-30, 27-30. They ain't won 27-30 yet, 27-30 years, 30 years, 27 years. I mean, that's all you hear. And finally, we got some momentum. Do you understand we win this game? We are playing for an NFC championship.
Against a division opponent that you know their strengths and weaknesses. You get past this round, woo!
You win this game.
You got a chance, man.
You win this game, you get an opportunity to play for the NFC championship. Like, this is everything that you put together from OTAs to summer camp, all of that stuff for an opportunity to be right here, and it's right in our way to get there. I want to make sure I give the telephone number out again, and it's 888-855-2297. Man, I want to hear from y'all. Lord knows we get people that watch the show, listen to the show every day. So here's your opportunity, 888-855-2297. Hit us up. Me and Barry here. We're going to be here for another 20 minutes? 20 minutes. Another 20 minutes talking on the Players Lounge. But, Barry, I want to get more thoughts from you. I'm trying to turn you over to the dark side, brother.
It's working. Your boy Marquise got me a little hype, too. So, I'm over here like, man.
Brother, Marquise say you with your head.
I'm with my head and my heart. I felt that. I felt that right there, man.
Love.
You know what? I felt that one,
That's love. Now, you were talking earlier about the San Francisco offense going going against the Cowboys defense. Now, what you pointed out, I'm sitting here kind of laughing to myself. I'm like, hell, you're talking about safety playing the big nickel versus the small nickel. As safeties, I'm sorry. Tell us how you do it then. I'm sorry. Box safety extraordinaire, holla at your boy. What do you do in a situation where you know they are going to overload left or overload right, and that play is coming your way, or are they going to try and cut you on the backside? What's the study group looking like for the week?
See, if you were safety, in my time, when I was down there thumping, when I was coming down there thumping cats, so you could do something called, you can cut the offensive lineman back then. You had big Trent Williams, you had one of these 300-pounders coming at you, and you had to keep the edge on them. You can go ahead and take them kneecaps out. You can take them kneecaps out and force that runner in. Nowadays, that's against the rule. They're going to throw a flag on you, even though they outweigh you by 200 pounds.
Right.
Like, it's hard for a safety, especially a guy that's involved in the run game, to go down there and shed and lock out 300 pounds with your arms and shed them. It's just not gonna happen. Physics don't work that way. That man 300 pounds, he could probably bench press six of the safeties coming in there.
Right.
They expect you to go head to head with something like that. In my time when we was playing, man, you got Trent coming around that corner, I'm cutting him each and every time. So when he comes around that edge, he gonna slow up because he's gonna want to protect them knees. That's the one thing I know about offensive linemen. You mess with their knees, they slowing up. They ain't messing with it. You fake.
Well, I'm gonna take a knee out.
They get to slowing down, putting their hands out, and that's when you hit them with the ooh, and they get around.
Right.
Nowadays, it's extremely tough to do that because they want you up top. They want you battling with these big boys, and that's a hard thing to do. Down in and down out. That's why I'm saying it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to have a safety in there because you know what the 49ers going to do.
Right.
They're going to run downhill at you. They're going to. I mean, you got Purdy, and he's playing great, but they're going to take, as much onus away from Purdy as possible.
Right.
So he does not mess this game up. So, to me, the 49ers – because if they turn the ball over, if they do what Tampa Bay did, they falling right into Dallas's hands. Because Dallas is going to be able to take advantage of those takeaways, and it's going to force them to drop back and pass with Purdy's arm, and then things could get ugly for the 49ers. But that down in and down out punishment that they can put out there on cats, it's tough, especially for a down safety coming down there. Man, it's tough.
That's a great point. I got Bill from PA, from your backyard. Bill from PA is on the phone. Give me an answer for what Barry just said, Bill. He put me back in my stage of doubt again with that. Bill, what you got for me, baby?
I don't know. Barry's just kind of confused. He needs to come over here and get on the right side sooner than later. Don't try to jump on the wagon at the Super Bowl and trying to jump on here. I know you're scared. But come ride with us. Come ride with us.
Okay.
I just want to say I think we're going to terrorize Purdy. Nobody else has officially welcomed him to the NFL, and I would like Michael Parsons to do that a couple times this weekend. And, mentals and gentles, my mentor is I can't wait till Sunday. Go Cowboys. Love y'all.
Man,
I'm
thank
out.
you. All right, man. Appreciate you. Jazz, who'd you say we had on next? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
We got Mark from Jacksonville, Illinois.
Mark from Jacksonville, Illinois is on the line. Mark, talk to me.
Hey, boys, we are all about the Cowboys.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And we got to put San Francisco on a leash. It's like a bad dog. You just pull the chain and choke them out.
Oh, I love it.
I don't care what they try. We just got to keep them on a leash.
We got
to get in Purdy's face and make him feel pressure. And I think we can run the ball. It may not be big chunks, but you got to keep hitting the body, Davey. Make them feel the pain.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, we appreciate your call. Thank you for calling in. And shout out to all dog lovers out there. And we're going to make sure we take care of our dogs on our leashes.
That's what we got to do.
But in the case of this dog, I felt you. I understand exactly where you were going with that. That's, I get it, man. Everybody has the same theme. It's like, I love it, man, when people talk about football. It's like this war. You got to take it. Yeah, hit him to the body. We got to, all this stuff we got to do because they know, man, it's going to be a battle. Next up on the line, we got Mike in Los Angeles. Mike, what's going on, baby?
Hey, not too much. How about yourself?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I'm good. How about you?
Pretty good. Look, I've been listening to you guys, and it's like you guys are making the San Francisco 49ers a powerhouse. But you know what I did? I watched the game from last year, and we had Dallas. We had 14 penalties and an interception, and we still could have won the game.
Yep.
So that's what people aren't looking at. See, and as far as powerhouse goes, I think the 49ers had three people out of the game because Dallas came in and played hard. So I think this game, Dallas is going to blow them out.
Blowout.
At least blow out by 14.
Whoa, Mike!
That's what I say, because 14 penalties, you can't win a game having 14 penalties and an interception, and that's what we had last year. We straighten that out, we're going to the championship.
I love it, Mike. Mike, thank you so much for your call. Go Cowboys. I'm with you, baby. And I tell you what, Mike been drinking the same thing I've been drinking.
I see. What's in that?
I've been drinking.
Is that a flask?
I've been drinking. Hold on, Mike. Mike said by double digits we're going to win by 14. I love it.
Mike, what's Mike talking about, man? You talking about the 14 penalties? I understand that's tough to overcome in a playoff game. But leading up to that game, what was going on with the Cowboys that whole season?
I know.
Penalties.
We paid for it.
You paid for it.
Yeah.
What's been happening this whole season? Inconsistencies. We just go automatically just throw them out the gate like it.
But we have been cutting back on those penalties. I think last game we only hadn't been a problem. So maybe, just maybe, we have cured that problem. But I believe we have Lee from Harrisburg, PA, on the phone.
Hey, PA all day, man. PA
hey, what's going on, fellas? How you doing?
Man, amazing, good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. I've been a lifelong Cowboy fan. I remember you too, Church, getting down with us.
Appreciate it, big dog.
What I'm calling in to say, you guys talk about, we got to do that. We got to run, be a balanced team. But we can't be predictable, though. We can't just go up there and just say, first down, we got to run. Sometimes we got to get that screen going.
I agree.
And if Dak played anything like he played last week, we Super Bowl bound, baby.
I hear you.
I love it, Lee.
Big lifelong Cowboy fan. I'm excited, man. But I like Church, man. I had my heart broken a whole bunch of times, man.
Very true.
My house is going to be split up. I got Cowboys and 49ers, so it's going to be a good time either way. But I still think we're going to take them guys out 35-17.
35-17. I love it. I love it. Man, appreciate your call, man. Thank you for tuning in to the Players Lounge. Man, Everybody ready. What you talking about?
Y'all about to run through a brick wall
What?
out here.
Everybody ready.
Wish the game.
Everybody ready. What are you talking about? Everybody ready.
See, they got your hype.
Everybody ready.
They got this man hype out
Man,
here.
all right. We got to take our last break. Chris Means let me know I got to take my last break, and we'll be back with more Players Lounge. I love it. I love it.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. You hear that? I'm a torrential downpour. Torrential? What's that even mean? It means you can't see out of your windshield. And if you have the wrong car insurance, you might have to make it rain to fix your bumper. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
Want to use what the pros use? How about the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black? Right now, you can get the Jack Black Starter, a curated collection of Cowboys locker room favorites for just $10 with free shipping. The starter includes 4 Jack Black skincare favorites, plus a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Go to getjackblack.com/Cowboys and use the code word TEAMJB. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys. The Jack Black Starter, $10, free shipping.
With Smoothie King's original Angel Food and new Angel Food Slim without added sugar, you no longer have to choose between treating yourself and hitting your goals this summer. You don't have to choose between great taste and feeling great. Because at Smoothie King, every blend is made with whole fruits and no syrups, so you can satisfy your cravings without compromise. The only choice you will need to make is which one is best for you. Try our classic Angel Food or the new Angel Food Slim, blended without added sugar. Smoothie King, rule the day.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Just steps away from the Dallas Cowboys world headquarters in Frisco, visit the Star District, your destination for excellent dining, premier shopping, and exciting events. Visit thestardistrict.com for more information. Back in action here on the Players Lounge. Want to make sure that everybody gets out to the Miller Lighthouse, man, on Sunday. Last Sunday, it was unbelievable. The people that were out there, I think they expected something like 3,000 people, 8,000 people showed up. I know it's going to be bananas this Sunday.
It's going to be crazy. And if you can't make the Miller Lighthouse.
Oh, my bad.
Don't forget about the Tostitos Fiesta.
My bad. Don't
forget about that now.
Toast, if you're out here in Frisco, go to My bad.
I mean, I understand. The official is out there. But if you can't make it out there, you know where to go. You know where it's going to be at. If you want to be one of the smartest cats out there.
Yeah. Come see the Brainiacs. Come see the Brainiacs.
You know.
So I believe we have Melvin in California on the line. What's up, Mel?
Nothing much. How you doing, Hank?
Man, I'm 100, man. I'm 100. I'm doing good. Tell me about you, man. How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling great out here in this Bay Area traffic, waiting for this game, flipping off Niner fans and hollering out, "We them boys."
We them boys. I love it, man. So, all right. So, Sunday, tell me this, Mel. What's your game day ritual? How do you get ready for a Cowboy game? Like, do you wear the same shirt every Sunday? Do you cook the same dish? How do you get ready for a game on Sunday, man?
Well, I accidentally took a nap this last weekend, so I'm going to make sure I get a nap in before.
Oh, you got to do it again. So you got to do it again.
Got to.
Definitely got to. And I think I'm going to break out the old Emmitt Smith authentic throwback.
Okay, then.
Ooh, okay.
I need a little bit of that mojo.
Yes, sir. Man, how you feeling about Sunday, man? What's your prediction?
Man, just like I tweeted you this morning, LFG, we gonna get this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My man Melvin, what's going on, man? You know what, Melvin? Let me say this to you. You are always rocking with everybody on DallasCowboys.com, and thank you. If no one has ever told you thank you, let me be the first to tell you, man. Thank you for always rocking with us on DallasCowboys.com.
Thank you, man. I just appreciate the information you guys put out there. The shows are great. The new all-girls show is great.
Yeah.
Like, I really like getting the main information because really the national guys, they're just clickbait.
Yeah, we know. Man, it's all good. You tune into the best, so forget the rest. I get it. I get it.
Exactly.
I get
don't
it,
need all
Melvin.
that nonsense.
Hey, man, let me tell you something. I hope your team win, Melvin, man. Thank you for
I
tuning.
hope your team wins.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Thank you for calling.
You have a great weekend.
All right, you too,
man. They got you ready, man.
Yeah. I got Brian in Denver on the phone. Brian, talk to me, Brian.
Hey, gentlemen, thanks for taking my call.
Man,
Happy
thanks for
Friday.
calling.
Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Brian, come on, tell me how you feeling, man.
Oh, well, I'm feeling real good. I got to push back, Barry, here real quick on your inconsistency talk that I've been hearing all over ESPN and all these other places.
I'm listening.
By that standard, every team in the NFL would be listed. And when you look at the Cowboys' record last year and this year, they are number one in the NFC, baby.
Yes, sir.
There we go. Okay.
I love that. Brian, what else you got for us?
31-20 Cowboys.
Man.
The adversity that they're going to face, Pollard or Zeke will fumble, but it's not going to hurt them.
All right.
They're gonna have a lost fumble this week because it hasn't happened all year. Just like Maher hadn't let us down all year till last week. But 31-20 boys.
I got it, man. Appreciate your call. Thank you so much for rocking with us, man, on DallasCowboys.com, man.
Appreciate you, man.
That's how you power up right there.
Yeah,
you know,
that was all.
That's
juice.
how you power up right there.
It
You
up.
know, I mean, Cowboy Nation really is a confident group. I mean, when you get down to it, and I think that's why they hate us so much.
Yeah.
Because I mean, nobody called in and said it's going to be a 25-24 game. It's like 30 burger
with this right here. They've been beating with that heart right here.
I've been slanging that hoop.
What do you say? 31-10? Oh man, what's going on?
I love it.
They drinking that juice, man.
I love it. It's all in there. The flash, boy. Look, this is last couple of minutes of the show, Barry, and I'm gonna let you have your time.
You gonna let me say what I got?
I'm gonna let you have your time. I think that before you go,
all right, go ahead. What you gotta do?
I have poured into you. I've poured into you. I have given you all of the evidence to show you why you should pick the Dallas Cowboys. I've shown you on the offensive side. I've shown you on the defensive side. I've shown you even the skill position. You have everything to make an educated decision. The floor is yours, Barry Church.
I'm gonna tell you what, Heckman. You did. You put into this argument a lot, and I understand. You had, you talked about the skill position. You talked about that offensive line continuity. Dak Prescott coming off of one of his best games. Defensively, having LVE there, Hankins to stop the run. You had a compelling argument. Even though what I was talking about, that punishment, big nickel, even all that said, man.
Yep.
You know what, Heckman?
What you got?
You done swayed me, dog.
Shut up!
You done swayed
Shut
the
your
kid,
mouth!
man. And I'm gonna tell you.
Don't you tell me.
And I'm gonna tell you, it wasn't only you. When my man Marquise got on the line, man, talking about, you know what, you going with your head, but I'm going with my head and my heart, man. Marquise, wherever you at, you PA guy, hey, man, you swayed the dog as well, man. You know what, I ain't gonna say it's a blowout. I ain't drinking that much Kool-Aid because I understand it ain't gonna be a blowout. Give me the Cowboys 27-24, man. Give me the Cowboys 27-24. Man, all that juice y'all was pouring in my cup, man, I ended up drinking it all, man. Everybody that had me hyped, ready to run through a brick wall.
Boy, it's a good day. It's a good day.
Give me the boys 27-24.
It's a good day. Boy, D-Mac, I don't know where you're at, but I know you're talking to your phone. I know you're talking to your phone right now.
Oh, man.
Man, it's all good. I love it. I'm telling you, I've been saying, look, just be smart. Just be smart. Don't try and sell him too much. Just give him little bits at a time. And he gonna do it. And you finally did. I gotta say this, Cowboy Nation, all the Kool-Aid has been drunk. It's all gone.
It's out of there.
All the benches on the bandwagon are taken up. All right? Look, you've been listening all week. All they've been telling you is you can't win. You don't belong. Last week was a fluke.
They did say that.
They didn't say anything about you putting Tom Brady to bed, sending him on his way. They didn't want to tell you that, hey, man, your offense may have played one of the best performances of the year. They don't want to tell you that. They don't even want to tell you that your defense showed their behind last week. They talk about Dan Quinn and how great he is and all the places that he's going to go and everybody interviewing him. They talk about your offensive coordinator to no end, but they never say that he's number one in all these statistical categories. They just don't give you credit. But guess what?
What's happening, Big Dog?
We don't need no damn credit.
We don't need none of that.
We don't need no credit.
Straight cash, homie.
Straight cash, homie. And this is our time. And I'm telling you, Cowboy Nation, I don't know what your routine is on game day, but pour up your drink, cook your food, go into this game with confidence because, look, at 5, we ride. All right? And we are playing to be able to go to an NFC championship, and you can't ask for no more than that.
You can't do it.
You can't ask for no more than that. So, like we always do on Friday, BC, you might want to take your headphones off. And if you got your phone on or wherever you're at, if you got it turned up loud, you may want to turn it down because Cowboy Nation, I hope your team wins!
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!